Hello and welcome to this English learning video. Today, you will learn English through a story using the shadowing technique, one of the best ways to speak naturally, confidently, and fluently in English. Remember, shadowing means you listen and repeat right after. Try to copy the sound, the rhythm, and the emotion. You are the shadow of the speaker. This story is told by a young woman named Lena. She is 23 years old, kind, curious, and brave. The story is called I Missed My Train. Are you ready? Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin. My name is Lena. I live in a big city with my cousin Emma. I work in a small cafe near the train station. Every morning, I wake up early, make coffee, and watch people rushing to their trains. I like my job because I meet new faces every day. Some people smile, some look sleepy, and some are always in a hurry. One Friday morning, the sky was gray, and the air smelled like rain. I opened the cafe as usual. My boss, Mr. Lee, was already there. He said, "Lena, can you take a day off today? Your shift is covered." I was surprised, but happy. A free day? I decided to take a train to visit my grandmother in the countryside. I packed a small bag, wore my blue jacket, and left my apartment. The station was crowded, full of voices and footsteps. I checked the clock. 10:30 a.m. My train left at 10:45. Plenty of time, I thought. But I didn't know what was coming. At the ticket gate, a man in a green coat bumped into me. My phone fell to the ground. "Oh, sorry," he said quickly, then ran away. I picked up my phone. The screen was cracked. I sighed. What a start. When I reached the platform, an announcement said, "Train number 14 to Riverdale, departing in 2 minutes." I ran fast, but just as I reached the door, it closed. The train moved slowly away. I missed it. I stood there, breathing hard, feeling disappointed. I looked around. Another train would come in 1 hour, so I sat on a bench and waited. A young boy sat beside me. He looked about 10 years old, holding a red backpack. He smiled shyly. I smiled back. "Are you waiting for the train too?" I asked. He nodded. "Yes, I'm going to see my dad. He works at the station in Riverdale." His voice was sweet and calm. We started talking. He told me his name was Noah. He loved guying trains and dreamed of becoming an engineer one day. I showed him a picture of my grandmother's house. He said it looked like a castle. We laughed together. Suddenly, his face changed. He looked around nervously. "My ticket, it's gone." He searched his pockets, his bag, everywhere. I helped him check under the bench, but it wasn't there. "Did you drop it somewhere?" I asked. He nodded, eyes full of tears. "My mom gave it to me this morning. She said, 'Don't lose it.'" I tried to calm him down. "It's okay, Noah. We'll find it. Maybe it fell near the food stalls." We walked back through the station. I looked carefully at the floor. And then I saw something. A small yellow ticket near the newsstand. I picked it up. "Is this yours?" I asked. Noah's face brightened. "Yes, thank you." He jumped with joy. We went back to the bench. He kept talking happily about trains and his father. The time passed quickly. Then an announcement echoed again. "Train number 16 to Riverdale, arriving at platform 5. I smiled. "That's our train." But as we stood up, something strange happened. The man in the green coat, the same one who bumped into me earlier, was standing near the stairs, looking straight at us. His eyes were sharp. He quickly turned away when I looked back. My stomach felt tight. I didn't say anything to Noah, but I felt uneasy. We got on the train and found our seats. Noah sat near the window, drawing a picture of a big blue train. I watched the city fade away as the train started moving. Rain began to fall outside. After a few minutes, Noah looked worried again. "Lena, that man, he's on the train too." I turned my head. Yes, the man in the green coat was 2 rows behind us, pretending to read a newspaper. My heart started to beat faster. I whispered, "It's okay, maybe he's just another passenger." But deep down, I wasn't sure. I texted Emma to tell her where I was, just in case. Then I smiled at Noah. "Let's play a game," I said softly. "We will count how many tunnels we go through." He nodded and laughed. The train moved faster through the countryside. Fields and trees passed by like green waves. After 20 minutes, the train stopped at a small station. A few people got off. The man in the green coat stayed. He looked at me again, then quickly turned away. I felt cold, even though the train was warm. I whispered to Noah, "Stay close to me, okay?" He nodded. "Are we in trouble?" he asked. "No, just be careful." After another 10 minutes, the man stood up and walked toward the door. But instead of leaving, he stopped near our seats. He dropped something, a folded piece of paper. Then he walked away quickly to the next coach. I picked up the paper. It said only one sentence, "Don't trust the boy." My hands shook. I looked at Noah. He looked confused. "What's wrong?" he asked. I smiled weakly. "Nothing, just something strange." I didn't want to scare him. The train slowed again for the next station. My mind was full of questions. Who was that man? Why did he say not to trust Noah? He seemed like an innocent child. Or was there something I didn't know? I decided to stay calm. I texted the train security number written on the seat card, saying, "Suspicious man in green coat, coach 3. Then I turned to Noah. "Let's eat something," I said, opening my snack bag. He smiled and took a cookie. As we ate, I noticed he was holding a small envelope. "What's that?" I asked. He looked surprised. "Oh, this? It's from my dad. He said I can give it to him when I arrive." He smiled again and put it back carefully into his backpack. The train stopped again at a small town. A guard entered our coach. He walked down the aisle looking around. I thought maybe he got my message. The man in the green coat stood up suddenly and went to the bathroom. The guard followed. For a few minutes, everything was quiet. Then the guard returned, alone. He whispered something to another officer at the end of the coach. I couldn't hear. Then he nodded at me and said, "Everything's fine, miss. Just be careful." I exhaled slowly, feeling a mix of relief and confusion. The man didn't return. Maybe he got off secretly. I hope so. Noah looked sleepy. He leaned against the window and closed his eyes. I smiled. Poor kid, what a morning. I looked outside at the rain and thought about my grandmother's house, the smell of her garden, her warm hugs. Then my phone buzzed. A new message from an unknown number. It said, "He wasn't the only one."
I stared at my phone, reading the message again. He wasn't the only one. A chill ran down my spine. My hands felt cold. I looked around the train coach, trying not to look scared. Everyone looked normal. A woman reading, an old man sleeping, a couple taking selfies. Nothing strange. But my heart told me something was not right. I turned off my phone screen and looked at Noah. He was still sleeping. His little hand held his red backpack tightly, as if it was something very important. I watched him for a moment. He looked peaceful, innocent. Could that message be a mistake? Maybe a prank? I didn't know. The rain outside was falling harder now. The windows were foggy, and the sound of the train was like a heartbeat. Thump, thump, thump. I took a deep breath. "Stay calm, Lena," I whispered to myself. After a few minutes, a man in a dark blue jacket entered the coach. He was tall, serious-looking, with a small badge on his chest. He walked slowly down the aisle, looking at everyone. Then he stopped near me and said softly, "Excuse me, miss, may I ask you a few questions?" I nodded, feeling nervous. "Yes, of course." He showed me an ID card. "I'm with train security. We received a report about a suspicious person, a man in a green coat. We checked the cameras. He got off 2 stations ago." I felt a wave of relief. Oh, thank God! But the man didn't smile. "However," he said, lowering his voice, "he left something behind, a phone, and that phone had several messages, including one sent to your number." My body froze. "So it was real?" "Yes," the guard said. "Do you know this child?" He pointed gently at Noah, who was still asleep. "I just met him today. He said he was visiting his father at Riverdale Station." The guard frowned. "There is no station employee by that name today." My heart skipped a beat. "What? But he said his dad works there." The guard nodded slowly. "We'll check. For now, stay with the boy. Don't panic." He walked away, talking into his radio. I looked back at Noah. My thoughts were spinning. Who was he really? Why did Batman say not to trust him? My heart wanted to believe he was just a scared little boy, but my mind whispered, what if not? The train continued to move through the countryside. I could see mountains now, covered in mist. The air felt colder. I took off my scarf and covered Noah so he wouldn't get cold. After a while, he woke up and smiled. "Are we there yet?" he asked. "Almost," I said softly. "Hey, Noah, can I ask you something?" "Sure," he said, rubbing his eyes. "What's your dad's name?" He hesitated for a moment. Then he said, "Michael." I waited. "Michael what?" He looked away. I don't remember." I watched him carefully. He wasn't lying like an adult. He looked confused, scared. "It's okay," I said gently. "We'll figure it out." The train slowed down again. The speaker announced, "Next stop, Riverdale Junction." Noah smiled. "That's my stop!" He picked up his bag quickly. I didn't know what to do. The security officer was gone. My heart said, don't let him go alone. So I stood up too. "I'll come with you just to make sure you find your dad," I said. He nodded happily. "Okay." The train stopped. The doors opened. A cool wind rushed in. We stepped out onto the platform. It was quieter here, with only a few people. The rain had stopped, but the sky was still gray. We walked slowly toward the exit. Noah looked around, searching for someone. "He said he would be waiting," he murmured. Suddenly, I noticed something. A black car parked near the gate. A man in a dark coat was standing beside it, talking on the phone. When he saw us, he turned away quickly. I felt my heartbeat speed up again. Was that Noah's father? Or someone else? "Noah," I said softly, "do you know that man?" He looked carefully. "No," he said. The man hung up his phone and started walking towards us. I stepped in front of Noah. "Excuse me?" I said loudly, trying to sound confident. "Can I help you?" He smiled politely. "You must be Lena," he said calmly. My heart skipped. "How do you know my name?" He said, "I'm with the security team. We've been tracking this child. Thank you for staying with him." "Tracking?" I asked. He nodded. "He went missing 3 days ago. His real name isn't Noah." I looked down at the boy. He was silent, holding his red backpack tightly. "Is that true?" I asked softly. He didn't answer. The man continued, "His parents have been looking for him everywhere. Someone took him from the city park. We think the man in the green coat was involved." Everything started to make sense. The message, the strange man, the fear. I knelt beside the boy. "It's okay," I said gently. "You're safe now." He started crying. "I didn't mean to lie," he said. "They told me to say my name was Noah." I hugged him tightly. "It's all right. You're very brave." The officer called on his radio, and soon another car arrived. A woman ran out crying, "My baby! Oh my God!" She hugged the boy so tightly that he could hardly breathe. He whispered, "Mom." Tears filled my eyes. I felt relief, joy, and peace all at once. The woman thanked me again and again. "You saved my son," she said. "We were so afraid we would never find him." I didn't know what to say. "I'm just glad he's safe," I replied softly. The officers took my statement. They told me that the man in the green coat had been working for a group trying to take the boy for ransom, but thanks to my message and calm actions, they caught him. When it was over, I finally boarded another train to my grandmother's town. The sky was clearing now, the sun slowly breaking through the clouds. I sat by the window, feeling tired but peaceful. As the train moved, I thought about everything that happened, how one missed train changed everything. If I hadn't missed that train, I would never have met the boy. Sometimes missing something is actually saving something else. When I reached my grandmother's house, she was waiting by the gate. Her smile was like sunshine. "You're late," she said. I laughed. "You won't believe what happened." That evening, we sat by the fireplace, drinking hot tea. I told her the whole story, the man, the boy, the train, everything. She listened quietly, then said, "My dear, you did the right thing. The world needs more people who don't just see, but also care." I smiled. "I just followed my heart." She nodded. "And your heart is strong." The next morning, I walked to the nearby hill. The sky was blue, the air fresh. I watched the trains pass in the distance, each one carrying hundreds of stories, people, dreams. I thought about the boy, his smile, his drawings, his bravery. Maybe one day I'd meet him again. Maybe he would become that train engineer he dreamed of. I whispered to the wind, "Good luck, little Noah," or whatever your name really is. Then I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. I felt proud. I wasn't just learning English words, I was living them. Bravery, kindness, hope. Now it's your turn. Replay this story. Listen carefully, then use the shadowing technique. Repeat each sentence after me. Copy the sound, the rhythm, and the feeling. Feel the emotion, not just the words. Remember, shadowing is not just speaking, it's becoming the speaker. With every story you practice, your English becomes stronger, your voice more confident, your heart braver. So don't stop here. Practice again every day. If you liked this story, please tap the like button, subscribe to Stars, Finn, and tell us in the comments, what did you learn from this story? Your comment might inspire someone else to start learning English too.
Thank you for watching, thank you for learning, and thank you for being brave. I'll see you in the next story. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining.